Alright guys, it's MadMax MotoVlog here for my next vlog. I'm in a bit of a bad mood actually. I took my bike to pimp my bike, didn't I? Told him to do my bike up. He says, what do you want? I says, I want to look like Ghost Rider. He says, I want to look like Ghost Rider. I think he's pretty cool. Do that for me. Anyway, he's come back and I think they're taking piss. To be honest. He's come back, I'll show you. Look what they've done. Look what they've done to my bike. I said Ghost Rider, not Toast Rider. It's covered it in cooked bread. Unbelievable. Look at this. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. My mate Danny lives round here. He lives round here somewhere. He works for NASA. He's a nuclear physicist. He's been working on the Large Hadron Collider, but he messed it up because turned it into a Large Hadron Kaleidoscope by accident. So everyone's like, "What's this?" Meant to be smashing particles together. Just fancy colours. He likes it, loves it. Thought it was great. We go dragon slaying together every now and then. Great fun, like, it's a laugh. Gets a bit above himself though. He says, I've killed more dragons than you, me. Killed more dragons. Killed 6,322 of them. Yeah, well, I don't care, because I killed the main dragon, Spyro. Why do you think you don't see him anymore? Tell you about my friends actually, because some of you might be wondering why I'm so messed in the head and what my friends are like, so I'll tell you about some of my friends. Got Harold Harrington Smythe the third on his CBR 600R Triple R Point R Fireblade. He's a bit mental. He rang me this morning. He rang me and he says, I've got a story for you. He said, it's alright, go on, you're alright. He says, I've got a story for you. He says, I got up this morning and I was knackered. He says, I got up and got in the shower. He says, brushing his teeth in the shower like, and he could feel a sneeze coming on. And he thought, I'm alright, it's not going to be that bad. He says he sneezed that hard, he says he thought his brains would fall out of his nose. Well anyway, that were it then. He sneezed, he's brushing his teeth, toothbrush has gone straight down his throat. Swallowed toothbrush, that's gone. He says they were throwing up all over the place. And then bristle a bit stuck in his throat, so he had to pull that out, made him sick even more. So that's Harold. Mental. And then we've got Bentley. He was telling me rides an R6 arsehole. Anyway, he was telling me how he snapped his banjo string. He says he didn't know what to do. Terrified. He says he's looked down, there's blood everywhere, he's worried. He says he got a big bit of tissue, loads of it. He says, you know when you just get it as a kid, you're pulling it all. You get a big massive pile of it, it's all fluffed up, threw that on. And then turn it into nothing second. When you get it as a kid, you mush it all up and throw it on the ceiling. That's turned into nothing. He's panicking now by this point. He says he's gonna have to tell his mum and dad. Where do you start? Where do you start, mum? Cut myself. What do you mean you've cut yourself? Where have you cut yourself? Well, I'm not telling you because I've just cut my finger, am I? Cut myself. So he's panicking. It's like, right, that's it. I'm gonna have to go to hospital. Gone to hospital. He's gone to hospital. Says he's expecting male doctor, like, just yeah, it's alright, you know, I'll get you sent off. No, none of that, female doctor, student. And then because you've got other one as well to make sure you're not getting touched up. So they've gone in, they're all having a look, playing about with it. Next thing you know, all pissing buildings in there, having a look. Alright, yeah, I want to go, thanks. Is it alright? Can I get me sent off? No. It's the best bit. It goes in hospital, doesn't he? You always get that one, don't you? You always get that one behind desk. Can you speak up a bit, please? What do you mean? Like, what are you here for? Hello, you know, my name's Bentley, and I think I've cut myself. Can you speak up a bit, please? Like that. Speak up a bit. Next thing you know, everyone's like, hey up, big news here. Everyone's looking. You've got little Tommy. He's fell off his skateboard, broke his arm. Everyone's like, alright, fair enough. You've got little Sheila, head stuck in railings. She's there, sat with railings on her head. Everyone's like, yeah, alright. Bentley's cut his cock in his headline news. Everyone's like, oh, look at this. Oh, he's cut his knob in. Cut his knob. Oh, I won't even tell you about Cheeky Pete. Actually, I think I will tell you about Cheeky Pete. I'm in town, right, walking with our lass. Our lass, she hates that. Walking with our lass, and I tripped over. She'll tell you I won't, she'll tell you I did it on purpose, but I didn't. I tripped over. Don't listen to a word she says. I've tripped over, gone for a fall, tripped over, and I've gone to go balance myself, and the only thing I could grab were her top. It's the only thing I could grab. First thing I saw, so I've grabbed her top. That's next thing, thwomp. They're out. They're out. Girls are out to play, getting some fresh air. Oh, that were it. That were it then. Head's bounced off at floor. She's going sick. What are you doing that for? Ah! Bouncing my head off at floor. Couldn't see for a week. Cheeky Pete, formerly Silent Pete, he's watching. He got an eyeful. That's it. Cheeky Pete then from then on in. Everyone's going to think I'm just using the same footage. Just voice overing. I'm not. Look, I can prove it. It's my hand. You might think like, oh, why is he not swearing? Why is he not swearing? Because he swears all the time, foul-mouthed. Swears like a trooper. Tell you why. Doing a mum-friendly vlog. Want my mum to watch it. So I can prove that I'm a good rider. She gets worried, she gets scared, my mum. She says, you shouldn't be talking while you're riding. You're not concentrating. You shouldn't be talking. Prove it. Prove it, mum, prove it for you. You can see him, see this white car here. You can see this silver car. I'm going slightly further over, but I'll have to move myself back in. See this pedestrian with a bag. I can see this blue car. I can see this red car behind the van. It could have had someone in it. I can see this car protruding here. I'm going to watch him. I'm watching his wheels. I'm watching where he's looking. And I'm going to make sure he's not coming out. I can see this Golf, he wants to pull out. I can see the brake lights while I'm looking at this Golf. I'm watching him, he's just looked at me, he's just seen where I am. I can see this Vespa, he's moved to one side. I can see these pedestrians here with a child. They could run out into the road. I've just seen this other van. I've got a car directly behind me as I'm watching that at the same time. Coming up to a blind bend with cars parked, so there's a car coming round as you can see. So I'm going to move into one side. I'm going to move over here. Just down here there's some roadworks. So I'm making sure. There's a pram there that's just moved. There's this car here that's just could pull out, so I'm watching him. There's another car there that's just pulling out, so I'm watching him as well. He's turning left, so he might think he's turning left. I'm going to pull out. I'm also watching these roadworks as I'm watching his brake lights. I'm watching him pulling out of there, so they might swerve into this piece of traffic. What else am I watching? I'm watching him turning, so he's going to brake. He's going to brake, so I have to brake. I brake and he goes again, but because he braked, there's a car behind me braking. Someone could go around him, so I'm going to make sure I'm not on that side. I can see him there, and I can see him walking out there at bus stop, so that means a bus is coming. The bus is there, so people are going to come towards me a bit. I'm watching everything, mum. I'm not daft. I'll tell you a bit about my childhood. I had a good childhood, a really good childhood. I got most of the things I wanted. That's the thing when you're a kid. You're like, oh, mine costs more than yours. I got mine for £1 million. Well, I got mine for £1,001. Then you grow up, you're not spending your mum's money. Ooh, got it for a £5. How much did you pay? 15 quid? Daft. Got it for a £5. All changes then, doesn't it, when you're spending your own money. She knows what she's doing, my mum. Apart from Germaline. That's it. If you grow up in North, Germaline. On everything. Germaline. Unbelievable. Mum, crash me bike. Put some Germaline on it. Be alright. Germaline and pasties. That's the North. No, they got off somewhere on M1. No, I don't drink anymore though, either. Can't drink. I get an allergic reaction to it. It makes all my skin act like a twat. I do silly things. I get really good ideas at the time. I'm like, this is the best idea I've ever had. It's not. It's not when someone's got the Polaroid out and you're watching it, you're having a look a couple of days later and you're like, what the heck were I doing? I'll tell you once I'm drunk again, special booze, mixture between schmack schmanuals, schmuv and schmumfet, some other stuff, and gets drunk. Ollie, he's outside. This is the best idea I've ever had. I'm gonna dekeg him. I'm gonna pull his trousers down like I'm 15. Well, I went for it, didn't I? I thought, I'm gonna have you now. Normally, smart people go in from behind, pull it down, just in case. I didn't. Gone in straight from front, whipped him down, fell over, fell over on my knees in front of him, junk in my face. Our lass walks out, cups an eyeful, me on my knees, him pants down. Says, I'm not gonna ask, not even gonna ask. That were it, never drinking again. I'm going round the roundabout on my bike. I'm going round the roundabout on my bike. I'm going round the roundabout, going round the roundabout. Just gone round the roundabout on my bike. I'll tell you something else as well. In the 90s. Best thing about 90s. You think you're tech savvy if you know how to blow on it. That's it, you're tech savvy now. You're a techie. Your Atari's not working. Take game out, blowing it. Put it back in, works again. That don't work, hit it, shout at it. Always works. Nowadays it's all Google. Google this, Google that. Harrington Smythe says to me, he says, surprised you haven't done a joke about chickens yet. And I'm like, what you on about? What you on about chickens? Why would I do that? He says, all the rest of your jokes are foul. Might be thinking, well, my voice sounds a bit weird. Got man flu. Got man flu, haven't I? Our lash says she's poorly. She's not. She's not. She's poorly. Yeah, she's a bit ill. I've got man flu. Women, I just don't understand. I don't know. They're like, well, we just brave through it, don't we? We can still get stuff done. Well, you can't be that poorly, can you? We're not just exaggerating, it's man flu, it's bad. Honestly, when I get home, pyjamas, hot chocolate, she's running about after me. Farmers have invented a new strain of ecstasy. You know, the drug. But you have to inject it into your mouth. Calling it e-by gum. Doris waiting for the bus. She's like, I'm freezing, Ethel, I'm freezing. Should have come pick me up, Ethel, in your micro. I'm cold, don't like it. Got a bus pass, got pneumonia as well. But you can't take it with you, can you? Just been to Chippy. Get some scallop buddy. Scallop butty. I love it though, coming around here to the Chippy. You walk in and they're like, you're not from round here. You're not from round here, you're common. You're common, he's common him. Nasty. Start squawking. Coming! It's coming! It's coming! Wow! It's coming! Looking at you like you've just pissed on the kids. Doris, still waiting for the bus. Still not come yet. You wait 3 weeks and they all come at once. Buses, not old people. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No, I can't, actually. Thinking about it, that's really daft, isn't it? That's daft. What a stupid song. I can't. Look, right, look, tell you why. Front brake, clutch, accelerator. Right, yeah? No handlebars, no controls. What a daft idea. Look, car, look, just slow down. You just slow down. Should be, right? At very least, I can ride my push bike without touching the handlebars. They're still using pedals, usually just in a straight line, but they didn't want to do that, did they? Didn't want to do that. Not catchy enough. I'll tell you a bit about my bike. I ride a ZZR 600 Kawasaki. It's a bit mucky, sorry about this, weren't planning on doing it. ZZR 600 in the Mauve pink. It's pink. It's pink. It's not Mauve. It's pink. ZZR 600 in pink with butterflies on. Really nice. Kawasaki have done well, to be honest. It's an underrated bike. I mean, you've got your twin turbo here. That's helpful. You've got your twin turbo there. You've got your flux capacitor on this side. That's for when you're doing 88. Is that when you're doing 88 mile an hour? If you've got 1.21 gigawatts, sends you back to the future. This is for petrol. You put petrol in there. It's good. Some good advice actually for new starters. You put your petrol in here, right? Teach you how to ride. You put your petrol in here. That goes in there. You pour it in, and then when you want to go, you press this button, and it turns on your what do you call them, engine, and then that goes. Then you turn your lights on if you haven't already done that, and then you've got your choke, makes it go louder and then quieter. That's all that does. People will say it's to warm it up. It's not. It just makes it go louder and then quieter. So if you want to be loud, leave it on all day. Leave it on a full ride, makes it go faster. You got your clutch for changing gears. You've got your brake for not using because it scares you. Then you've got your gears there. You've got your other brake there for not using because you lock that one up and back wheel goes. You've got your exhaust. They let out noise. So when you're too much noise, they let your noise out. Noise builds up, comes out. Oil. You put wet stuff in there. Anything you want, as long as it's thick and wet. Baby oil, washing up liquid. Then you've got your brakes. And that's everything about a bike. Oh, Jen, where's this hot chocolate?